Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be Ron's Gone Wrong. Let's get into it. So, this is an animated movie, and if you've been part of this channel, you also see that sometimes I do review animated movies because a lot of the animated movies is just made to draw in um, kids to watch, but it really has they could have made it into an actual regular movie because it has a message behind the movie. Now, what intrigued me to watch this movie is because if you look at the picture to the right, that picture is what's called Moxie by the company Embodied Robot. And so I happened to be on YouTube and seeing this robot, and a ad popped up about the robot and how this robot is you get it linked with your kids. It teaches the young kids how to interact with people, triggers their emotions, and how to talk for children pretty much that don't work well with making friends and stuff like that. This gives them the ability to have a friend and not be so closed in. Now, artificial intelligence have been for decades on different artificial intelligence that we have seen. A lot of it has more or less been seen on TV. Different shows that you can name over the years, Star Wars, RDD2, and all them artificial intelligence that you done seen come through all the years, 80s, Small Wonder, that artificial intelligence were in these shows or movies that kids would say, hey, I would like to have like a robot. Now when you see in 2022, there's actually this little robot that little kids can have. Now, of course, the program of the robot is only supposed to go but so far. Now, that how that capture that moment, that's in real life. Now you capture this Ron's Gone Wrong. So it's the same logic. It's robots. All the kids have these robots, and it's attached to the internet, social media, and on break, the robots interact with the kids, and whatever they're into, social media, the robot basically caters to them. Meanwhile, it evades them from interacting with each other, and the robot stays with them while they're at school, when they're going home. Now, what happens is the main character name is Barney, played by Jack Dylan Grazer. He played in the movie Shazam. Now, he didn't have a robot, and so he was living with his father and his grandmom, and there was a particular robot that was malfunctioned and fell off the truck pretty much. Somebody had it black market sale. He was left out, so the family got him that robot. Being as though this robot was black market, it didn't get the code or update that the rest of all the other kids had in their robot. So instantly, when Barney got his robot, it was named Ron B. So this robot didn't have a filter. It was learning on the go. Whatever it was, Barney was teaching them, it was learning. So of course it goes through all these different things throughout while it's in this learning period, and the big thing when people found out that this robot could react differently than their robot. Their robots was made to just be their friends and cheer them up. This robot was made to, if you do something to it, it'll do something back. So it retaliate. It had its own mind. And so it basically from there, all without going through the whole movie, it's interesting enough, like, to watch it, and what it basically, by the end of the movie, the robot sacrificed its hardware to upload his spirit and the rest of everybody's robot, where the robots could think on their own. But it's interesting enough that to see this cartoon or animated movie, and they actually have this actual robot out in real life, where I always feel as though if you follow the Terminators, and it was skyboxing, how Rome, basically with the Terminator, by Terminator 3, what eventually happened is the humans was against the robots because the robots turned on the humans. I, Robot with Will Smith, same thing. The robots turned on the humans because in their chip, they're only made to go but so far. But if you plug something to the internet, and it can keep bringing in so much information, it can become smart enough to understand to take the code out so it doesn't have a filter. And then that's when things that get it's tons of movies like that has where the artificial intelligence got smarter and created its own mind, and then on the back end took over. And that's what the concern would be with having these real live artificial intelligence. Now, it's these little embodied robots is on sale right now for $800. The regular price is $1,000. And I'm just wondering, like, something like that could be positive, it's meant to be positive, but you never know. Something like that, it could be a glitch where it can get smarter, and then it's teaching your child to do something it's not supposed to be doing because your child has confided in this thing that's supposed to be innocent, but then it's somehow it has to be connected to the internet. Now you're wondering if it's also in this cartoon how the downside of these devices, they're cameras. What if somebody hack into these devices? Now you got somebody that can hack into this little Moxie thing and hack into, it's a video camera pretty much in your house that you don't know is really recording everything, and it's talking to your kid, recording, get information from your kid. So it's a lot of big things that where it's some positivity, pros and cons, and some cons against that in that matter. So it's something interesting to look into. If you weren't aware of it before, take a look into Moxie Embodied Robot. With the price, that will scare some people away, but I can also see people that money is not an object or a thing, they'll buy that just to see how it works. And then if it gets more popular, that's something that's worth it, it has more pros and cons, then I can see more and more people grabbing it. But it's always going to be that what if factor that can the cons that might be minimal could turn into something large because of safety being around children and stuff. But that's all I have in my 4-star rating system for this movie. I give it just something to watch. 2 out of 4 stars. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, look into that Moxie Embodied Robot. Till next time.